This is your girl, GiGi Capone. I'm here in Amina Studios.
Yeah, Amina Labs. Yeah, Sacramento, California.
And I'm interviewing right now. I just have to say, I had the chance to see Big Omeezy perform for the very first time in front of a huge crowd at this weekend's event with E40, T.I., Baby Bash was there, Ray Dog was there. Who else was there?
I think Far East Movement was there.
Far East Movement was there.
Real jumbo. Like 13,000 showed up. Discovery Park in Sacramento. Beautiful event.
That's what you gonna do, mama. I'm trying to dip later on me and you, mama. I like the way that you groove and you move, mama. You never really love me. I'm the 40 water. Talking my piece because I'm late.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of hot, but you know, it's to be expected in Sacramento. You know, we turn it up all the time. You smell me?
Well, it doesn't matter if it would have been in the dead of winter. They still would have melted the mic.
Yeah, you already know the stage. We leave the stage on fire. Team Turn Up coming to a city near you.
One thing about what we love to do on the West Coast, Northern California, you feel me? Yeah. We love to try them motherfucking muscles.
The energy that was in that crowd, Big Omeezy, was amazing. How does it feel to be on your end of that?
How many new school 40 fans we got in this thing? Make it well, how many old school 40 fans? If you want to hear something, it's G-A-M-E. Say 40 player partner with just Sprinkle Man.
I mean, it actually feels awesome, man, because I feed off the crowd, I feed off the energy. Like, usually, you know, first thing we do, me and 40, is, you know, we find a section of the crowd and we say, oh, they're going to be turned up, or they're going to be turned up. And, you know what I'm saying, he picks some people, I pick some people, and we stay, you know, gearing our like when I told him part of the show, I said, you know, when the energy start getting low, I know I can always depend on these group of people right here that's going to turn it up. And, you know, and once they say, oh, they feel like they part of the show, like they the cheerleaders, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how we do it. We use, you know, we keep them fired up, because, you know, all the songs are going to be back-to-back slaps. All the songs are going to have tremendous bass. All the songs are going to be up-tempo. It's very rare that we bring it down, unless we're doing some classics. We do some One Love or something. We usually keep it up-tempo, high energy. We some big dudes, so if we up there sweating, you know, you don't have no excuse. You smell me? You know, so that's just what it is. It's the Team Turn Up, Sick Wid It Records.
On that note, I just have to stop and pause and say, what's up with 40, man? He's looking good. What has he been doing?
Well, you know, he was the first one telling me to start juicing. It's not steroids, but, you know, his doctor got him on the juice, got him on, you know, taking wheatgrass shots, taking beet juice, you know, all types of juices that, you know, Dr. Oz be talking about, you know, at least twice a week. Me and him, like our whole not our whole organization, but, you know what I'm saying, we all try when we on the road to juice, you know, drink a big pint or whatever, you know, whatever's available. We get the beets, we get the carrots, we get all the, you know, the celery, lemon, you know, we do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, we still eat like we want to, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time we stay cognizant of, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that we put in our system.
So tell us about TGC2. That's what I really want to know. How's that going so far?
TGC2 is like, what I'm doing, my whole formula is what I'm doing is I did TGC1, then I did an EP, then I did TGC2, The Great Communicator 2, and now I'm working on another EP right now. So my whole thing is to get is to up my catalog before I hit this big tour that's going to be coming up real soon that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing some shows, some solo shows, but my whole focus is to when I do my full solo bolo tour, that I could just incorporate all of the music and give you one big 45-minute show, 30 to 45-minute show with all of the music together. So basically, everything is going according to my master plan, because you got to have a master plan in this shit. You can't just be doing music and putting it out and then sit in the back and see if something happens. You know what I'm saying? If you know you're putting out good music, you got to have a good plan so it don't just fall on deaf ears and you just doing it with no ending, no, you know what I'm saying, no climax to the shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to know how it's gonna come. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they put out free mixtapes. You know, they put out free albums. But you gotta have a meaning as to why you do that. Why you giving these people free? So if you're trying to establish yourself as an artist and you want people to spend their money, then it makes more sense. It makes sense if you have the ability to go in the studio. Like me, it's nothing. You give me some beats and I'm gonna make music. Period. Some people it's harder to do, you know, because I'm a songwriter. So if I get music, I'm gonna make a song. If it's hard for you to make a song and you're just a freestyler, then you might freestyle your ass off, but you can't make a song. Me, I'm a songwriter, so you know somebody that's gonna do a mixtape. 9 times out of 10, they doing just a verse. They're not doing a full song, and they rapping over somebody else's beat, somebody else's song. So they gonna just go in there and freestyle and bang out some mixtapes and get that out. But I want to put on display that I can make songs. You know what I'm saying? Because when I do publishing and all that, I know it comes back because. You know, I sell stuff in Norway, I sell stuff in Germany, I sell stuff, you know, all across the country, and it all come back eventually. You gotta make music, for the States, but also make music overseas. You know what I'm saying? So it all come back to you.
That's one thing that I've always seen from you, and just, you know, for the record's sake, I mean, I learned from you as a green thumb rookie in this industry. You know, you were the first person to really opened the door for me here locally to deal with anybody in Sacramento, because, you know, our Northern California market hasn't always been the friendliest.
Right. No, it's you know, but you had plenty of conversations, and it's just like how 102 accepted us. After a while, for a minute there, we was banned from Chico, we was banned from Sac, we barely could perform in Fresno, you know, because, you know, when we turn up, and the people react a little bit differently. And they go to the extreme, but now it's to the point where everything comes full circle. Now you know, the city is not as harsh as they was back in the days. Oh no, we don't want them. And so, you know, once you get in positions where your city can, you know, you can do radio and do shows and E40 and them can have 13,000 people come out and nobody head busted and nothing like that. That's a good sign.
That's an accomplishment here.
That's a 1,000% accomplishment.
Anywhere.
Yeah, off top. And that just means now all we got to do is give good music, you know what I'm saying, and present the station with good music. They're going to have our back like a masseuse, you know what I'm saying? And all we got to do is continue to blossom in our organization and do the same. And that's the same for everybody else. It's like, you know, like if the radio station say you got 10 passes, you got 10 passes. If you need a couple more, ask for a couple more. But don't show up. You know, as a new artist, don't show up with an entourage of 25 people talking about, man, we all trying to get in. It's all my fault. You know what I'm saying? Because then you'll turn them off and they'll be like, oh, that's a headache. That's a problem. We don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Now our system is after the show, we bone out. Skirt. You know what I'm saying? That way ain't nothing blamed on us. You can't say we was no problem, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a learning experience, because back in the days we was 30 deep too. You know, everybody from the hood coming through, and it would be something. It wouldn't be us. It'd be somebody in the organization that would do something and fall back on us. Just like we was banned from the memorial because not us, but somebody did something, and we ended up getting. I think we still banned from the memorial.
Well, why don't we just have our own memorial?
I mean, it's all good because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, money talk, bullshit walk. So when they see the numbers that 40 can bring in, they say, we would like to get those numbers too. Because 13,000 times 20, let's say, how much is that? That's a grip times a lot. That's a grip times a lot.
And times have changed a lot. You know, I went and seen the event as somebody from the other station, quote unquote. And, you know, I was able to get in and take some photo ops with 102.5 and tell them I was there to support, and really built a good relationship and had a great conversation. They had nothing but positive things to say. And there was a point in time when things like that couldn't be done. And I'm just really happy to see that Sacramento, our local area and surrounding areas, are heading in a more positive direction. And a lot of it's because of the examples that people like you and E40 have set for everybody.
Yeah, shout out to Byron, the PD over there. And, Shout out to cats like Gino, like Wayne and all them, like
Yeah, they're great
because people
people.
do got to put in good words, that be like, man, I'm telling you, take that chance, man. If some good dudes, you know what I'm saying? Because if people, one thing I learned from 40 is don't be a jerk ass.
Yeah.
If you a jerk ass, nobody want to work with you, and you hella demanding all types of this and that, then ain't nobody gonna want to take that chance on having you come through. So you got to be a people person, and you got to have some ability to be to network with people and communicate with people. That's why I'm a great communicator. GGC and the place to be. Yeah, professionalism. That's an excellent word. Be on time and shit. You got to be able to do all of that.
It's like watching you grow and refining your craft year after year after year, knowing that you've been doing this for almost 15 years and where you started out at and where you're at now. It's beautiful and inspiring for someone like me. But what I want to know is, what inspires you these days?
Seeing people who come up against all odds, the 2 Chainz of the world. People that when he was Titty Boy and he was hype man for Ludacris. You know what I'm saying? And he like the song I got, Reinvent Yourself. Like it's never too late for you to keep learning and reinvent yourself. Especially if you know how to make good music, you can always reinvent yourself and turn it around. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of artists out there. Like we was on the Tech 9 tour, and Kendrick Lamar was hype man for J-Rock. He didn't do none of this new shit that he got out there right now. He's like the number 1 dude out right now. Kendrick Lamar is. You know what I'm saying?
We love Kendrick.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at people, and that's the homie. So I look at people like Kendrick and 2 Chainz and people, because everything come back full circle, and it'll be your time when it's your time. It's people that go. You have a path that's already set for you, and then you get greedy or impatient, and you veer, and that's when you jump off the train, and then you never are able to get back on the train. See me, I follow the train. Long as my pockets ain't touching, and I'm able to feed my family, and I'm not all into about me. I'm not all about like it's my time. I know these people who do that, when they get to doing like that, that's when they miss their blessing. And I ain't finna miss my blessing. It's gonna come, but it'll come when it's supposed to.
That's a beautiful way to look at things, and some great knowledge to pass down to our up-and-coming artists, because we have a lot of talent in Northern California. Who are some of your new up-and-coming favorites in our local area?
Everybody whoever participates on my albums, you know what I'm saying? It's all self-explanatory, you know what I mean? Everybody who work ethic, you know what I'm saying? That keep them continuously, above, against all odds, continuing to make music, you know what I'm saying? Even though it ain't no labels out here banging on doors to come up here and snatch nobody up. You know what I mean? It's people out here that continue to work and put out projects. The Brainos of the world, the Jay Gibbs of the world.
Amen.
Upon the Big Man, you know what I'm saying? Against all odds, he continues to do it. Upon the Be Smooth, upon the Spit Soda Prodigy. It's just a bunch of people out here, and then we blessed with people like, you know what I'm saying, my boy Amina, Jay Intel, who's a real engineer and not just no button pusher. He's going to make sure you come in here and come out with some good product. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we blessed with, graphic designer. We blessed with GiGi Capone. You know what I'm saying? Hard-working individuals that love the city. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Kings. They back. You feel me? We here to stay.
Yeah.
Thursday is going to be the big party out there. What's the park downtown. There's going to be a bunch of people down there. It's free to everybody. I don't know when you're going to show this, but hopefully, it'll be before that. But if not, it's going to be a bunch of people wearing purple and black. You smell me? Silver on that ass. You know what I mean? Feel me? So, I'm a king. I rap Sacramento Kings, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Win, lose, or draw. It's Sacramento
Kings,
Kings,
as long as they was here, because when they was, if they would have left, then I'd have left their ass too. I'm gonna keep it real. I wasn't gonna rock with the whole Seattle thing. I was gonna try to find me a new, somebody else to root for, maybe the Warriors or something shit. Just for the energy. You know what I mean? But it's
absolutely got to represent our home area.
As long as it's West Coast, you feel me? Northern Cali, I gotta do it. It is what it is.
What's next?
The next thing, got a big tour coming up this summer. Working on this EP, Freedom of Street. FOS.
Freedom of Street.
Freedom of Street, that's my EP. It's not freedom of speech, freedom of street. It means I got the right to, you know what I'm saying, represent my hood, this side of the shit. At first, my first project, I was trying to save the world. I was trying not to cuss. I was trying to be a good guy, you know, and, you know, I wanted to kind of be like, you know, like a Tupac, where you want to always do some positive shit, but at the same time, you still maintain your streetness of the shit. And I was overthinking, and I was in battle with my own self, which is duality. When you see my EP, Duality, you see me having a conversation with myself and me coming to an understanding of, okay, let's not overthink shit. When you get a beat, write it. Don't say, oh, I shouldn't say this, or I shouldn't say bitch, or I shouldn't say hoe. I don't really say bitch too much, but I don't want to be restricted of the shit that I'm able to rap about and speak about. Because I grew up on the Spice Ones, the Tupacs of the world. You know what I mean? I grew up on the 40s, on real street music. But at the same time, I grew up on KRS-One and, you know what I'm saying, and Ice Cubes. And all of that is intermingled into what I represent. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this project is. It's going to be short and sweet until I start working on my next album, TTC3. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be good for the summer. It's gonna be some real street shit for the summer.
You've done a lot of community work in your time. You've always had positive messages. Are you still active and working with the kids and doing community work with them?
All the time. What I wanted to do is not be a hypocrite. And I know you partake in the green thumbery of the world, the herbal essences of the world, but I haven't smoked since December. And really because I see nowadays, and to each his own, whoever decides they want to smoke, do your thing, as long as you are functional and as long as you are able to operate. Because a lot of people aren't able to operate and smoke weed at the same time. Now, that being said, I've seen too many of my folks, my homeboys, lose and not be able to get good jobs because of marijuana. And not just that, but people in the NBA, NFL, like big, you know, names of people who have lost a lot of money because of their inability to stop smoking weed.
And I think that's a handicap too, just because you have your script. Like I have my script just for technicality's sake. Right. But you know, I think people abuse that too. If it limits your daily functions, then you just fucked off in the first place.
If you're not able to function in society, and be successful, and by that I mean if you're not able to get a job,
yeah,
and you're not able to, and you lose,
then it's an addiction.
Millions of dollars because you want to smoke weed. That's some bullshit. Because you can drink if that's the case.
Yeah, and it's an addiction like anything else when you take it to that.
Yeah,
point.
you on that. It's your crack basically. You know
Absolutely.
It's your crack, and you need to fix that. I mean, I got real homeboys who had life altering shit happen because they wasn't able to stop smoking.
Wow.
And it's me. I'm somebody who's been smoking for hella long, and I smoked in Amsterdam, all across the world, smoked the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? So.
What was your favorite flavor in Amsterdam? I have to ask.
Cat piss.
Cat piss? Is
it
like the cat piss we have out here, or is it totally different?
That shit have your hat.
I love it.
That shit will have your hat. And if you drink, it's like if you smoke cat piss and you drink anything, wine, anything with it, you'll be super faded. Perp is overrated. It's in some songs, but that shit is overrated. OG is over perp. I don't care what nobody say. OG Kush, that real OG LA OG Kush is over. I mean, the cookies is overrated to me too. I mean, I just smoked it all. I smoked so much that the shit stopped working. It stopped working. Like and people, you know, I smoked. I roll zigzags. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't understand that they, in most cases, they addicted to the nicotine in the blunt. You're not fiending for the weed. You fiending for the nicotine. You might as well smoke a cigarette. You look at Wiz Khalifa and Burner and them, and they smoke like choo-choo trains. But Wiz Khalifa's a millionaire. He can smoke anytime he want to. You feel me? If you ain't no millionaire, motherfucker, you got to get a regular job. So you can't smoke like him. They on tour doing big shit. When I did the Tech 9 tour, I smoked every day. I smoked in every city. We did 35 cities. I smoked with Hella people.
What's the craziest shit that happened while you was on stage?
When? On the Tech 9 tour?
On the Tech 9 tour.
Oh, nothing, because I'm professional. So I would never let,
You hear me?
I mean,
I love it.
It's nothing. I'm just gonna keep it all organic. I mean, shit. When it comes, I know how to balance it out. I know how to just drink just enough Grey Goose and I know just enough to, you know what I mean, to get to a certain level. I'm not gonna be stumbling and falling. When you see me at the park, I was on the front of the stage on the
you
speaker.
Was getting it.
On the speaker though, like you know what I'm saying?
You was getting it. I was like, look at Omeezy.
Man, I'm just telling you can't be all just. If I was high and shit and I step out on that speaker and you be taking a chance of falling into that damn crowd and shit, I'm not gonna do none of that, man. I gotta keep it all the way PI professional, man, and I'm not gonna that's my job.
What's been your favorite show experience so far?
It's been really so many, man.
You've been everywhere.
We did a show in LA with Corrupt and all them, and it was in like an octagon and shit in LA, and the whole stage rotated.
Yeah.
Like it slowly just kept rotating. It was like, me 40 and Too Short, we performed on top of a bar one time. Like on top of a bar, a big ass wooden bar. It was like a bar in the club. Did
you think you was gonna fall?
Nah, because I got this other person, this Big Omeezy person,
comes out
and he bars none. He, once I activate him, I don't have to worry about shit like that.
That's hard.
I don't have to worry about shit like that because we here to do a job and we here to get this money and survive and all that type of shit. And you ain't got time for none of that type of shit. And performing in Amsterdam and Norway and all that. We performed in Norway a couple years ago in front of like 35,000, 40,000 people. You know what I'm saying? An outdoor venue.
Was that a first for you?
Well, something like that where 90% of the people can't speak English. So if you can rock a crowd that don't speak no English, and I'm not talking about Hispanic, I'm talking about Norwegian, you know what I'm saying? And they don't speak no English, but they still fucking with it, you know what I mean? And it's an art to that. It definitely is an art to that because, they feel the beat and they know how to move to the beat, you know what I'm saying? Then we did shows in Japan for the military, you know what I'm saying? And they turn up, it's
how was that?
It was incredible.
Japan, wow! I remember you texting me and telling me you was on your way to Japan. I'm like,
Japan, we did a couple
really?
We did, Okinawa and you know what I'm saying, and Nagasaki, all the, I mean, sometimes you look back and you just be like, wow, you know what I mean? And you just look back, but if you start looking back too far, you gotta realize that you ain't nowhere near done. I ain't nowhere near done yet. Nowhere near. 40 ain't nowhere near done. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no salary caps and this shit. We just gonna keep going till the motherfucking wheels fall off. And they ain't falling off no time soon.
What's the deal with Droopy? He's got a lot of good music coming out.
Yeah, Droopy got an outstanding catalog of all the beats he done did. He did a whole bunch of beats, you know what I'm saying, on a whole bunch of projects. 40 working on 3 more albums right now as we spoke. And he got, Droopy working on his own thing. He got his own music he working on right now. So that's where that is. You're going to see a lot of Droopy in the future.
All right. That's what I love to hear.
Yeah.
All right. Tell our fans and everybody who's listening to our interview right now where they can find you online.
Yeah, all my stuff is always concurrent. I always say it all the time. Big Omeezy, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, all that. You know what I mean? Technology is a motherfucker. So we stay wiggling, Twitter, all the junk. We stay activating, I dibble and dabble. I used to tweet all the time, but I be in and out on Twitter now because I want people to realize that there's a real world out there. You don't just live in cyber world. Get your ass out there and get pound the pavement. But like I said, check me out at Big Omeezy on Twitter, Facebook, the whole thing, man. I'm out there. I'm out here. And be on the lookout for this new project that I'm working on, this EP, Freedom of Street, that's coming real soon. And my TGC2, my Duality, my TGC1, it's all out there, iTunes, for y'all to go out there and get, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming regardless, so eventually I'm going to creep up on you, real talk.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Shout out to my whole Sick Wid It family, you know what I'm saying? The whole organization, been doing this since 1900 and something, and it don't stop. And I'm just one of the spacely sprockets that's just going to continue to make shit crack. You dig? That's what's happening. Big Omeezy. Shout out GiGi Capone and the whole thing, man. You did. Welcome to my hood.
And you heard it here first on Rhythm 105.9 FM, JackThriller.com, and TheWarriorDJs.com. We'll have the footage up soon. We got the interns here learning their first lessons. We want to shout them out. We've got Brett Lee, Big Goof, the cameraman, a.k.a. on a written disc right now. So we got the backup plan moving. And we're up here, and we want to shout out Omni Labs.
She's going to get it right.
I'm going to get it right eventually. You know, if they invited me down here more, I'd say it right.
Well, I didn't know she travels now. She gets from behind that. She take a picture like this with her on a computer board like this.
But see, now I'm so good that I can do that while I'm moving and grooving.
No, that's good.
All right.
You got that MacBook. Get rid of that PC.
And you do know that. And we out you.
Hey.